How do you feel about being called crazy? Where do you believe that narrative came from?
From me doing crazy shit?
It's been a long time coming. Fresh new tires, I'm still running. It's a few things I'm overcoming. When the check's still clear, still
Think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart here tough. Don't take this disrespect. I'm sitting here trying to redirect them. Alright, finally.
Welcome to the download live on Yeezy.com. We coming at you from Tokyo, Japan. How you feeling, Ye?
Great, relaxed, zen. My brain is really clear. You know, it's got a lot of ideas, but it's like I'm on a racetrack, right? It's within the rails, you know, right now.
Why Japan? Why is Ye always in Japan? What makes Japan so special to you?
You know, I love the temples. I love how people are with you. You know, they're just really respectful.
Yeah.
And my wife said that in past lives, I was a king. I was an emperor out here.
You know, I see you doing a lot out here. How do you prioritize your passions?
You know, I just put my kids first. You know, all the ideas, and then I get real selfish. Then I go to me. You know, and then I think about the impact it's gonna have on, you know, this lifetime.
Yeah. I've seen your recent Instagram posts about how, you know, you got North in training now.
Yeah, it's good. Like I was always into the idea of having a school, and like both my mom and my dad were professional teachers, so that makes me a natural teacher in my blood. And I'm just thinking about how her album is gonna be, like how insane, like everything that I learned, that I could have it flow through her also, and for her to become the greatest, the next frontier, because we're like you know, like the kings in Africa or something, where it's just passed down. Like I'm the hands down greatest, she gonna be the hands down greatest.
Think when they see us, all three of us in that picture, just can't. Movie theater, You just announced Bully, the new album. It's on the way. It's your first project, you know, for 3 years since Donda.
Yeah.
Why the title Bully?
You know, my son was playing with some kid, and then he kicked him. And I asked my son, I said, why you do that? He said, because he weak. And I was like, this man is really a bully right here. I gotta.
Saying you the reason for Bully.
Don't say do that. He just kick everybody and like push him over and like just.
I wonder where we get that from. Which parent?
Oh.
Definitely young Ye.
Yeah.
When should we expect Bully to drop, Ye?
My oldest said to bring it out in June. So.
Your birthday or her birthday?
Oh. Didn't Yeezus come out on your birthday? Yeah, so we're gonna do it on your birthday. That's when we're gonna bring Bully out, because that's her favorite album so far.
Yeah. She rated a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Bully's on the way. North's birthday.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me how you feel when fans tell you to release the album. Fans never want to wait.
Oh man, if they was a fan, they would have heard the song "Can't Tell Me Nothing" and believed it. I just want to go see comments and see people like really love the post I just did, and somebody be like, "Release the album, Kanye."
Yeah.
If you're my fan, you're not even gonna call me Kanye. You're gonna call me my legal name, Ye, my Muhammad Ali. It ain't Cassius Clay no more.
Why did you change your name to Ye?
You know, because my friends call me Ye.
Okay.
If someone calls me Ye, they never say anything negative. Like people, headlines, they use the word Kanye, Kanye West, however they want to do it.
Right.
Now, if you say Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, or Ye, you got a certain level of respect, a certain level of love for growing up on the music and the work I put into this lifetime. So
Yeah. Who was the first person to call you Ye?
I don't know, it had to be like back 8th, 7th grade. You know, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
remember,
You've been had that. You've been had that name. I thought it might have been when you got into the rap game. Somebody randomly
Beanie
called you.
Siegel called me Yeezy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How different is your creative process on Bully compared to Vultures 1 and 2?
First person I think of is Quentin Miller, because he'll write something and just one-to-one, it could go.
Right.
It could go, you know, you don't even have to change anything. And I remember when I met him, you know, before we were doing Vultures, before it was called Vultures.
Yeah.
And I think before I even decided to do the album with Ty, I knew we was gonna come for the chip.
Yeah.
I knew, because each team member, we pull them together, because I'm a walking franchise. So we need, you know, these teams at this point.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Another thing is I'm chopping up all the samples by hand.
Hold up, how can these things? Hold up, I got issues. Hold up, homie shit. Hold up, hitting these hoes.
How much does this album Bully mean to you? I remember we was listening to music and you was like, man, this album is just so positive. Every word matters, every bar matters. And you know.
Because you lean on like a bar that like brings somebody down. Just that was always rap.
Yeah.
And this is like more the way I remember Lauryn Hill album, way I remember Miseducation. I feel like it is my Miseducation. It is my Gnarls Barkley album, because even 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know, so I know Bully has a title and a connotation that a lot of people are anti bully, but we can bring it. You know, I'm just hyper next level frequency right now. I want to see if I got enough time to turn my teeth diamond for the Grammy. That's a diamond for the Grammys. So I got a new assignment for the family. See if I got enough time to turn my teeth diamond for the Grammys. 10. I'm giving BBLs to the nannies. I'll put a pack on the fan. 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 I'm giving BBLs to the nannies.
We're going to go back to Vultures a little bit. Vultures 1, #1 album in the world. Carnival, #1 single in the world. You go independent. They remove you off DSPs every nonstop, about 3, 4, 5 times in the same week. You in the midst of being canceled. How fucking good did that make you feel to go #1 at 46 years old?
You know, it was just really about beating a cancellation. Like, that was a God-given song. And it came from working with a bunch of people. Like, we was out in Saudi, right? And Ty had Rich the Kid out there, and he's just playing different songs. Everybody had this vision of having a soccer chant. Like, White Stripes had this song, and then soccer teams do it. So you like, man, I want to do it. So I tried 2 times to do it. The first time I tried was Black Skinhead. The second time I tried was all day. All day. And Paul McCartney wrote that melody. He wrote it before he went in the studio with me, and a lot of people said, man, he discovered this new artist named Paul McCartney, man. I hope this guy blows up one day. He's talented. You know, he plays the keyboards and the guitar. Now the vocals that people like, stay away from AI. It's a more negative reaction than auto-tune. And I remember like I did auto-tune because people thought, they're like, man, this auto-tune is trash. As an artist, I could take anything. I could sell a piece of shit for like $10 million and shit, you know, and shit. That's another 20.
Yeah. So auto-tune, you feel like is AI as well?
Exactly. It's in the same family, except people have a more visceral reaction. So I have songs where like I'm singing, and where other people sing when people write now, I immediately can turn it to AI. Right. I'll turn my own voice to AI that I sang to control it also. Shit, so if I want to sing more whisper tone, the same thing I already sang, it's gonna take it to that. So what we do is build models.
And then last but not least, we got the vocals from that sample.
Yes, Lord. Yeah.
If you get 5 tracks, 10 tracks, really legendary Traxter is the one who really put us on to that. You know, he is the key. He was the clutch shooter, last bucket at the end of the game on Vultures. So even though we're bringing Mike Dean back in for Bully, it's like...
So that's confirmed. Mike Dean is coming back in for Bully.
We about to go Yeezy. Change his voice to my voice.
If you ain't suck a dick, movies you can get the fuck up on my shit.
If you ain't suck a dick, movies you can get the fuck up on my shit. Hunt around, hit him with the guap, take a fucking down. Hunt around, this way that kid, be on day now. If you ain't said a dick, movies you can get the fuck up on my shit. Hunt around, hit him with the guap, take the fucking down. Hunt around, this way that kid, be on day now. 12 get behind, what gonna do?
There's still a lot to do. It's like the next version of sampling. Like when sampling happened, like the musicians, they hated it. And when EDM came in, there was musicians that hated that. And there was people who hated it, auto-tune. And there's people who hate the concept of AI. It's like people hated the ass shots. Then it became like a standard. Like, that's what I said about the visuals to AI. It's like, AI ain't made nothing yet that I could jerk off to.
I was with you when you was canceled all the way. We was going to eat every day.
Yeah, we never was unrich.
Yeah, ever. We was still going out to eat. The hotels ain't changed. The jets ain't changed. Just the headlines got a little bit different.
The headlines changed.
What was the restaurant we ate that is closed down?
Beauty Essex.
It was Beauty in Essex. We was going there to eat every day. I remember when they froze your accounts. Man, listen, I had to put my little American Express down. You was pulling up every day like, hey, Ye's over here eating. That's the first time I seen a billionaire have no access to money.
It was crazy. It was like some Black Mirror episode. They wanted to do everything to prove to me that I didn't have a right to say anything out loud that went against people who own the media, people who own the music industry, people that Drake is going, you know, up against right now, ironically. You know, we could say, you know, anything. We could say, I'm going to kill you. We could say, I'm going to sell drugs to you. We could say, I do drugs. But you can't message that. You couldn't even message on a song. You imagine? Because it's the censorship still. You know, I was gonna go to the inauguration. They told me that I had to write another apology and say again that I wasn't an anti-Semitic. What's the word?
Anti-Semitic.
Okay, anti-Semitic. I was saying anti-sympathetic because anti-sympathetic, that's not what it was. I don't have feelings, so I'm anti-sympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's why you wasn't at the inauguration?
Nah, and like, you know,
Who exactly said you needed to write the apology?
They don't deserve to have their name.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I love how you can't be controlled now because, you know, you was in the system, you kind of broke free and found other ways to get to money, you know, so now you get to be free. You own yourself, you own your brand. And, you know, you posted a clip recently of Master P speaking about how he left music because it wasn't no real money in it and he had to create product. When did you know, like, I need more than just music?
Master P was always a visionary. Like, everyone looked up to the fact that he could shoot a movie fast, and everybody in the hood will listen to that. You know, when you get out of being controlled by music, like Spotify just controls the streams are not real, but to do a product, like Master P is the only person right now I would do a collab with. Like Master, I would do a cereal.
It's fuck collabs, but you'll do a collab only with Master P.
Absolutely. Man, everybody, your interviews, this, that, barbershop, y'all looking at it, man, listen to that man. Listen to the interview. It's the only way that you're gonna get free. Like, when I threw that comment out there, I was like, you know, drunk, Hennessy, and I'm not blaming it on the alcohol because I felt like that.
Hold on. When you tweeted the DEFCON tweet, you was what?
I was off the Hennessy, which is Bernard Arnault liquor. That's the brown liquor that he uses to control, keep people gray in the hood, you know, but.
Wow.
But I'm not blaming it on the alcohol. I felt like that. You know, it's like truth.
Yeah.
But one thing about Jewish people, like that of a Jew, it is, they go and they get to the money. They just see open places to get money. With us, we get to the cars, we get to the drip, we get to the club before we get to the money. And then we depend on the people that got to the money to give us the money. Then we sign these 77-page contracts that put them in between you and your money. But I have the utmost respect for them getting to the money, for them getting to the bag. Right. I just want to say one thing about Harley Pasternak, who was my trainer, right? Okay, so when I had like my first, what'd you say?
He threatened to like take your life. I remember the text message that you put out that everybody act like they didn't see.
Exactly. And he threatened to medicate me into zombie land and that playtime with the children would be different. So what I do want to say for him, I was in his driveway when I had my first episode, and I think Twigs was in his gym and she could see it from the outside. So I actually think in a way Harley protected me because Harley can get you up out of there.
Right.
So he definitely went to the people that get you up out of there and said, man, he's just not well. Because this really is my friend. I see Harley actually as a friend. I see a lot of, man, I got so many Jewish friends. That's what racist people always say, right? They're like, man, some of my best friends are black.
That's like the ultimate, like, yep, we found one.
And we did a download last year. Now my best friend is back.
Best friend is back.
So, like Dove Chart, like I got so many Jewish friends. It's just like, you got to get to the bag. You got to watch your money because they don't look at it like it's just business.
Yeah.
And if you ain't looking, then it's whatever. So we got to learn to look and not be distracted by the BBLs, the cars, on drugs, on that Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? At the Louis store buying overpriced bags, you know.
I think you got us into that. Use the Louis Vuitton Don.
It's like when gangsters go to jail and they come out and say, man, stay out the streets, bro.
Go get you a job. They're like, nah, nigga, I want the money you used to have.
I feel like people don't do that no more. I feel like people go to jail and give out and then just it be more of it.
Yeah, niggas don't give no more advice. You said Harley seen you when you was having your first episode. Describe what's an episode to you.
People don't really understand it. You know, people try to act like they understand. It's like if you get hurt, anything happen to you, if you remind somebody is not a doctor, they always say put ice on it. If putting ice on it worked, it wouldn't be no hospitals. Yeah. So everyone's got their solution. You know, people try to get loud with you. People say things that'll trigger you, and you could get triggered into an episode. And it's like, you know, you got that spirit, you a king, you might talk louder. This way, and they always want to calm you down. And it says you might feel like somebody trying to control you or something. So today I was putting up all these tweets, and I was like, put up the Master P tweet. I was like, yo, I'm gonna wait 12 hours because I can hit you with another 100 tweets. That's just how my mind works. But for two things, it's like I might be ramping up from all the energy that's flowing through me, that changed the world energy, or all the comments are gonna turn to, yo, you gotta take your medication. That's people like, yo, you gotta put ice on it, which dulls you down. You feel like it's a piece of metal on top of your brain at all times. You walk slower. So if people trigger me, if it triggers me in America, it triggers me for paparazzi to not respect you, I gotta get out of those situations where people trigger you. As soon as somebody is disrespectful, take 10 breaths and wait a couple days before you comment. Like, is this guy that just disrespected my brand, disrespected my creativity? And me, I could jump to my Instagram, Joker, melt the world down, like say some crazy, he'll never forget stuff. And but I just took the breath now, because it's really about raising my kids, my legacy, my next generation, making Bully the best album, make Yeezy the best brand. And it's so much for me to give the world. Like, I'm never gonna retire. Like Jay Prince told me, I'm never gonna retire.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're never retiring.
Right.
How do you know when you're entering an episode or when
right
you're
now,
in one?
I watch for it beforehand, but other times it was just like, if you get to the point where it goes, you're gonna stay in that position for a while. It might go for 3 days, 4 days, a week. Some people, if they get into it, you gotta put them in like a place that's not in public. It depends on the level of what it is. But another thing is, they call it specifically, you know, bipolar. They put that on me. I said it, I put it on an album. People call you nigga, you start calling yourself nigga.
Yeah.
Call a girl a bitch, she start calling herself a bitch. I went to this doctor, one that worked with Justin Bieber, one that worked with, I'm not even gonna name other names and stuff. My wife took me to do that, because she said, something about your personality doesn't feel like it's bipolar. I've seen bipolar before. She's educated, so I've seen bipolar before. And come to find out, it's really a case of autism that I have. And autism takes you to a Rain Man thing, where you're like, oh man, I'm gonna wear this Trump hat, because I just like Trump in general. And then when people tell you to not do it, you just get on that one point. And that's my problem when fans tell me to do my album a certain way. I'll do it the opposite way, just because la la, I got my money, right? You're like, you can't tell me. So, but the hard thing, I say, like, shout out to Don C. He's been in situations where it was so hard on him because he loves me. And like, it's so difficult for them, because this is like a grown man, and you can't tell him. You can't take control of his bank account. You can't control what I'm saying on Twitter. But a lot of what was sending me into the episodes, and it's hard. My dad, a bunch of people said, you know, you can't leave Adidas. Why would you leave all that money? The constant feeling of not being in control spun me out of control.
You up against the fashion world, still people trying to come on face like, oh, you don't know couture. I'm like, none of you niggas out there. Let me tell you, all you fashion niggas, none of y'all, I don't see none of y'all shit on the street. I don't see y'all niggas can't fuck with Yeezy. None of you niggas. None of you niggas could fuck with Yeezy. The dead niggas, the niggas now, the niggas to come. None of you niggas could fuck with Yeezy. It's Yeezy over everything.
And as far as all these rappers go, Dylon, yay, that's it. Top 5, top 100, top 1,000, top million. Nobody did. I told you 36 ghosts. I got another 36 ghosts to go. Nobody. Y'all can play around. Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody is up for everybody. And that's not, I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to save. I ain't even on a rap shit. I already beat the rap shit. I ain't beat the money shit. I already beat the baddest bitch shit. I already beat the drip. So I'm not even competition. I'm not even competition with Lucien. We competition with the French bake that own 85% of Africa. How about that? While we fighting amongst each other. We in competition with Spotify. Get niggas 500 million. Said work it out amongst yourselves. Y'all ain't got shit on me. Y'all ran my name through the mud. Y'all took all that position. You gave the other niggas my position coach. Ain't nobody king over me. Any summer, every summer, there's no king. I'm the king because I'm the only one against y'all. I'm the only one that's gonna go against y'all. That's why. That's why. Easy, oh baby.
To get out of your episode, a lot of people like medication. Do you take medication? Does it work for you? What gets you out of
I haven't
your
taken
episode?
the medication since I found out that it wasn't bipolar. That wasn't the right diagnosis. That I found out it was like autism. So
how does do you feel it working, or do you just take it just to make your wife happy because she says you should take it? Like, do you believe in the medication?
It's finding stuff that doesn't block the creativity. Obviously, that's what I bring to the world. You know, it's worth a ramp up.
Yeah.
As long as y'all get the creativity, like,
Right.
you know, it's like this thing I always play on from Donda where I say, well, you know, wild and screaming, and I say, play off the grid.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Now play off the grid.
That's him, like Brick Rubens was sitting there. That's how me and Mike Dean really fell out, because I was like screaming. I was like, man, I'm a grown ass man. You screaming at me, even though I didn't know that I was really, I didn't understand that that's what I was doing.
Yeah. I feel like you're more passionate than anything else, but people could misunderstand.
Yeah, when they
passion
scream
sometimes.
at in front of 20 people, it's a misunderstanding for
Right.
sure.
But I'm glad you and Mike Dean are back. You and Drake have had a long-standing beef and battle for years.
Yeah.
Now Drake is at odds with another Gemini, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Who do you think won that rap battle?
Well, one thing is like with Kendrick, I was like, man, why you killed my nemesis? Where's the movies if it ain't no Drake?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, or at least took him down for a little bit. You know, in superhero films, like maybe it's like one of the characters, Wolverine or something, just goes away for a couple films and stuff. I'm like, damn, man, it's like, it was really challenging for me to make Father Stretch My Hands and different things. And man, got work, you know, like top 5 song ever created in life. You know, I'm like, you know, redoing the drums, bringing Metro on. And,
So Kendrick killed Drake. He's dead.
Yeah, for now. You know, you can't ever count out Steph Curry, and so that man might hit 200 points in one, you know, song or something. You know what it was? It's like Kendrick brought, like, look at the Tyler, the Creator, freestyle that he did. Like, I'm that guy, right?
Yeah.
We have to, you know, Drake added something to the algorithm, to our frequency. He advanced us.
Right.
Future advanced us, and our Kendrick has now advanced the frequency.
Right.
So you have to, you know, it's like when Twister came out, there was rappers that didn't learn, right? But then Jay-Z learned. He did Is That Your Bitch? He could do it.
Yeah.
If you don't really learn as just a professional rapper, as a sport, what Kendrick is doing, you might be wiped.
Yeah.
You might be wiped out, you know.
Yeah, because Kendrick's on that timing, you know, and like that, Kendrick says, fuck the big 3, nigga, it's just big me.
That was funny.
Yeah, I want. How did that make you feel? What did you think about that bar?
You know what? It's interesting because even Future, different people, we just let that pass. And it was interesting because just as men, just as kings, how would we let that idea pass?
Right.
You know, I'm the greatest that ever existed. And other people, you know, they shouldn't feel that way because I'm here.
Yeah. No.
But, you know, every man, you know, is going to feel that they're the number one in the game. But there's different techniques. Like if you rap against Kendrick, you will lose.
Oh,
this man does this specifically. You know, on Street Fighter, you
Yeah.
get like a Chun-Li, get a certain kick,
Yeah.
and no matter what, you can't beat
Yeah.
that thing. It's like if you rap like if you rap against Kendrick Lamar, like Joe Budden said, never rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
If you rap against Kendrick Lamar, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Unless you're a psycho genius
Unless
like
you're
me.
a psycho genius like Ye. You're the GOAT. So everybody knows and agrees. And I know when Kendrick even made that bar, he was probably like, Ye, please don't be mad at me. I know he was Gemini to Gemini.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I love Kendrick, and I appreciate. Well, I don't appreciate it. You know, I would say I don't appreciate the bar. I'm the best. I do beats. I do raps. I do films. I do performance. I brought the performance. I took people from the opera and brought them in.
Right.
I support Trump before everyone everyone is told that they got to say something negative about Trump to get their record sold. It's just I started too many things and still do too many things, and nobody album can go against my albums. It's like when I did 77 songs, and then when we did the next, I did 83 songs and changed 20 of the songs.
Sheesh.
You know, so until people can get to that point, and I'm still working for the rest of my life, no one is better than me. Yeah.
I definitely agree. So you being the GOAT, who's your big three?
Drake comes to mind.
Okay.
Future comes to mind. And Kendrick. Kendrick last summer became officially
That's 4 people.
on.
We need
No,
a big
the other
Oh, we
people.
removing. You already GOATed.
Look, it's Mount Rushmore, right?
It's 4 people.
But like God exists above
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
It's
So you're
definitely
Mount
Kendrick.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. You know what? Even like the idea of calling me the best, I don't even exist in this atmosphere. It's something else. It's like when people go and get in the booth, they gotta like the spirit of Ye. But there's a lot of rappers, Thug.
Yeah, I know you're gonna show love to everybody, but it's a big 3. We need Ye's big 3 right now.
Drake, Kendrick. Hold on a second. I'm saying Future.
It's a lot of pressure.
Future, I don't know if I could, because the thing is, people got the potential to really have their year. If Kendrick didn't come out, it'd be Tyler's year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you got Kodak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you got Andre 3000, but he don't rap. He ain't did it. You know, it's
Yeah.
like he played a flute.
You know I'm not gonna let you out of this question, right? I'm gonna remove you and make it easier. Now you got 3 slots outside of you being the GOAT. Putting Ye up here. Three more people besides yourself to round out the Mount Rushmore.
Future, Drake, Thug, Kendrick. That's my answer. Oh, new GOAT, Cardi.
New generation
Yeah,
GOAT.
next generation. You know, if you put it by generation.
Okay.
I exist in every generation.
Absolutely.
30, 3 decades, and going. But everybody knows that Cardi, he closed Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
He's best performer, Rolling Loud,
Yeah.
Oh, what about Trav?
I'm about to just say
What
that.
about Trav?
Yeah.
Like,
So Trav's in the younger generation top 3.
he kind of is in between the Drake and then the Cardi generation.
Yeah.
He's like in between that.
Okay.
I like, it's the way LeBron talk about sport. This is a sport.
Yeah, man. Easy slides. I ain't take them shits off since I got them. I wore them to sleep. I woke up the next day. Just ain't give a fuck no more.
It definitely went to war. But then when you get the money, when you got money, you go in and like try to prove you got money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like. I remember when I lost my when I lost all that Adidas money, I was like, damn, I gotta start dressing like a millionaire now, which actually means more jewelry. When you're a billionaire, you can dress like super bummy. So I was like, I used to pull up with the cars and blah blah. Nigga, we still got it. We ain't going nowhere, you know. A nigga gotta keep, it don't matter. Like a nigga is never gonna sell his chain. When you sell your chain, you sold your last check. Like niggas sell their children before they sell their chain. But take my son, that nigga ain't do shit.
That shit came.
When it is?
I just woke up the other day.
I woke up from the out. I came out last year. I'm wondering, like, that might be my boy. He just broke it down to Matt Williams. He came, he's the head designer. It looked like something he would do.
Flames if that is him. Niggas don't got these, Sage. This is all I had left in the house. I said, I'm just bring them. I know you got people that make them work, fix them up and shit.
What'd you say, kid? I'm like a fan. The belt will never leave him. Had a belt in the shower. You know how you sign something and be like, I'm never taking this off.
Yeah. They say researching belts.
But see, niggas be getting belts, but not this the gay version. You get the actual dipped set belt. In Japan.
I'm just talking about millionaires gotta wear that jury. I still gotta wear all that jury. Word up, I still gotta wear all of it, every piece of it, bro.
Yeah, this shit done got serious with this interview. Yo, this is so iconic right now. This is like,
Listen, niggas ain't dripping like us, bro. This been going on since I met him. It's either you doing the Kanye or you doing the Jim Jones. It ain't no, or you doing the merge. And this is the hybrid right here. The both of us in one setting. It's crazy.
you can never redo this again. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what you do.
I remember the story. This is what I want to say. They was gonna kill me for the Ace of the Izzo beat.
Yo, bro, you want to hear the setting?
What's your side of the
You want to hear the setting? I pull up to Cam house in Jersey. We in the living room smoking and shit like that. BET Awards is on. You know?
Yeah.
Naturally, we ain't out there, so we like, yo, see what's going on. Who come out?
Yeah.
Watching. They're like, Jay-Z about to come out and perform a new record. That's the commercial. They're like, oh shit. Nigga came out. Hey, shit, it's on. And the beat started playing. I was ready to leave. I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. That nigga was on fire. Oh, whatever's going on. That nigga was hot, like hot. It fucked us up. Cause the record he made to that shit was gonna take us there. It was out of here. It was out of here. And to know that shit happened, it's like damn near a crying moment. But then it was like how you play the game. You just caught him slipping for the old boy record. Remember that? This was Hove's get back.
So hold that old boy first.
Strong Just Blaze for the beat. That was Hove's beat. The old boy beat. Playing with us, Just Blaze. Out tonight, Cam Joel did a minute 36 seconds in a record and put that shit on Flex tonight. So that's solidified it. The record's ours.
Yeah.
Jay heard that shit damn near cut that nigga Just Blaze head off about that shit, bro. So it started getting funny. You know, niggas be having egos. So then it got hot. Jay tried to put the remix on the old boy for Cam, and at that time Cam's head was big. He was Cam. He's like, man, erasing that whole, erase it, booming out the spot. Like, don't erase it out of a history, nigga. I don't want nobody even hearing that shit. Erase it off the whole computer. Put it in computer misery. So there's not even a copy of the verse that Jay did nowhere. Wow. Erase that shit to oblivion. I don't even want people to hear this shit after. You heard? So that was like, all right. Jay was like, oh, that nigga's playing like that in my house? All right, cool. I got one for you. How about you, Jay? Yeah. We Izzo in that. We going Izzo in that. He probably even let you know what was going on, but his mom was like, I got these suckers now. Oh, you can't do that? Oh, that's cute. Give me that beat. Yeah, BET Awards, they killed us. So that's how that went. Then we was on, he was like, nah, I'm hurt.
Oh no, I stayed in Jersey for about 3 months and shit. I was like, gee, you know them, right? It's like, man, cause Jimmy was screaming pretty loud on the phone, man. What's up?
want to say something. Puff loves me. I love Puff, right? So when he called me about my t-shirt, about the White Lives Matter t-shirt, and it took me about 2 days, and I just said whatever comes to mind. If I don't like somebody, just call them a fed. I don't know who's a fed. So at that time, he said, if anybody wears that t-shirt, it's green light for them. And I thought like my grandfather, like, yo, what I said, I'm in protection of anybody that's repping me, right? So if that case, I gotta go chest to chest with Puff. But when it gets to this point, I feel like even 50 Cent was like, whoa. Like even like I wanted to do a song with him around DEFCON 3 and everybody was coming at me. He's like, man, you too hot right now for, but right now, that's just something that people wouldn't say, right? Because they're like, oh, people gonna dissect and try to come after me if I say this. But for, if you think about it, last year, they tried to kill the culture, right? I got Me Too, Puff got locked up, Dirk got locked up, Jay-Z got Me Too, Drake got, you know what happened with Drake. And if you think about it, it's all of it, they want to kill the culture because I feel like this regime of rappers have too much personal opinion. So now they want the next regime of people to follow what it is. And the interest in the way God work is they would have made that next regime not vote for Trump. And then Trump won. You understand? You can't stop the energy. So back to Puff. Everyone was like, oh, Ye was right about Puff. They using my name on it. But before, Puff went to prison and he was first getting Me Too, I would call him, because I know that this man did a lot of things wrong. There's people who rap and y'all listen to the music that are basically serial killers. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of things wrong too. So I know Puff did a lot of things wrong, but this is what I'm saying right here, and I'll say it clear as day. As a rich, powerful black man, I empathize with what he's going through.
Figured it out at a certain point. I was like, man, with this whole politics, I love the concept of Trump, and I just generally like him. He's a very charismatic person. But I also realized that at a certain point, I was being used for the black vote, even if Trump's and I'm like, what am I getting for this? Like, he got Rocky out of jail, I got a good relationship, that's great, but the amount of like death threats and like the effect that it had on my family.
That comes with it.
That's crazy. Like, my mental health, everything. So when I was running for office, like, he flew me down to Mar-a-Lago and we sat and had a meeting. He was like, he grabbed his iPad, he's sitting in the middle of his restaurant. He said, what you want to hear? Just throws on Stronger. He's just like, he on his like Trump, like he loves Trump shit. And then I was like, man, I'm running for president right here. He's like, man, tell him he can't win. He's telling my team, he's like, tell him he can't win. I looked at him, I said, I beat 50 Cent. He started getting ready. I was like, look, man, I'm here for one reason. I'm running for president, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to run as my vice president. I heard it would help me with the white vote.
This our fifth interview, fifth interview?
This one's the best one.
Exactly.
We got to this. I had to go get in the lab.
It's God level, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, because you funnier than these people. You more like toxic, more, you know what I'm saying?
They get mad at me though if I bring my world into your world, because you're viewed as like, well, you are. I don't want to say viewed as like, king, a president, like a real, mythical creature and shit. So when I bring you into my world, let's say we just start talking toxic, people would actually be mad at me. They haven't heard you since the last time, and we was having toxic, fun conversation. But, I had to get in my bag, lock in.
That was still like nitrous territory. But with one thing about the whole nitrous and everything is, for 3 days, I had it at my house, and then it stopped. The feeling stopped.
So people thought you was addicted to nitrous.
Yeah, I did it I can't be addicted to anything because I have gold running through my blood and through my bones. Like I can't get drunk. I just maybe get mean or more truthful.
Yeah.
I can't be in another atmosphere off of nitrous.
Right.
I don't do like.
So you only did nitrous for 3 days, you said?
Not the entire time. No, not the entire time. It wasn't like a bender. It was just like,
It's a safe space.
No, I'm saying the truth.
Yeah.
It wasn't the entire. It was just like 2 hours, different thing. And
Okay. So you've been off nitrous since that.
absolutely, you know, it's like as an artist, it's whatever, man. Whatever it is, as an artist, you're not a basketball player. You don't have responsibilities, and you don't have to show up to work and stuff. You just 2 a.m., 4 a.m. You know.
You know, you mentioned us, right? And I know it's a lot of people out there that's like, man, why does Ye fuck with Justin Laboy the way he does? Because it could be anybody. You could literally do an interview with anybody. You can put anybody in this position, but you chose me. So I want people to kind of understand, because sometimes I'm just thankful. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, it's like God has so many times used me to bless other people. Like when I complain about things and be like, oh, fuck this person, bro. It's like God used me, you know, it's gotta be a better word than stepping stone. It's like, and the people I'm naming, like, you know, I've been I want to use the word conduit, but I feel like it's the wrong way to use it. Then that's the thing is, I want people to see your light. I want people to understand why you top followed or top shared person on Instagram. I want people to understand how we just laugh. We could laugh. It'd be so many jokes. It'd be like, you know, you hit the 10 jokes in a row and it just gets worse and worse and more toxic and more toxic at a time, and like real time. The jokes don't even work particularly. It's just situational humor. And then the perspectives, but the most is the confidence. Like one time you told me, like, I know you like the struggle and the journey, but you can never be broke. You never broke again, you know? So, like things like that. Like when I did the GOAT Instagram, there's a spirit like that you have, like, yo, don't stop, don't go. When I met you at Donda, you know, and Lauren Pisciotta, like, was like, oh, I know. I'm gonna tell you, I was like, yo, Justin LA Boy. And she was like, oh, it's Justin Laboy. And she, you came into Santa Barbara, and I remember you just like standing up here and that shit. You was like, we just like, yeah, and you know what it is. It's just like, you just made like the machine gun type of gesture. And it's like, we gonna air the block out, we gonna spin the block, blah, blah. And we did. You know, we did.
The Download 2025, Justin Laboy, Ye, live from Tokyo, Japan. 2 words, shit serious.
That was too far.
Easy.com, $20 for everything. Why?
So think about a model and a non-model. Every human being has all the same elements. We're all born with the same elements, and what makes someone more attractive than the next person is the proportions. We sculpt like the Yeezy slide. We're gonna just keep sculpting, like have a V1 and then a V2, and just keep updating, like how an iPhone just keeps updating. And this is an opportunity for, you know, the audience to play part in all these prototypes and updates, and to be able to just paint and give to the masses. You know, do you want, I would rather see my work everywhere than for it to just be in just an exclusive dinner or something. I've been to those dinners before, like all the rich dinners. They just boring to me now.
These are all Belgium cut diamonds. VVS1F color. Every single stone is cut identical, so there's nothing different in these stones. All pave mosaic setting, so you have multiple different shapes of sizes here. Very, 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 very tight. Flooded all over.
Well, you saying shit I don't understand. Man. Go get in there. When you come out, what's the grill before that? Say cheese. That's the final one. When he comes back out, it's gonna get serious. Nobody's more qualified than you to do a halftime Super Bowl. Jay-Z controls who performs at the Super Bowl now. Is there something, if he's watching, that you would say to him?
You know, nobody owes you anything. And what I love about Jay-Z is, you know, he taught me, or at least halfway taught me, how to say no. I never met someone who knows how to say no as well as, you know, ever since Virgil went to Louis and I expected to at least do a collaboration, I just stopped expecting anything from anyone. Damn. I have zero expectations. So I don't expect Jay-Z, you know, to just do that. I'm obviously gonna have to, you know, buy my spot. You know, so
you could buy a spot into Super Bowl.
You could buy anything in the world, you know. So whatever it costs, everything's got a price tag on it. So just know that when I perform at the Super Bowl, it wasn't given to me. I bought it.
Speaking on billions, the richest man in America, Elon Musk, has spoken out about how inspirational you've been to him. Like he said, you are his greatest inspiration. Can you tell us a way that he's been inspirational to you?
Yeah, one time I asked, he had flew us down to SpaceX, the Starbase, pardon me, and the jet was brand new. He never even flew in it himself. I was the first person to ride in this jet, and he flew me down to Starbase to have me think of a design for it. And that's a lot of the ideas for Trome will eventually apply there. And I was sitting with him. He was with Grimes. They just had a baby. And I asked him, yo, I want to do deals like how you do deals. Like, I want to do deals like you, big bro. And he said, I don't do deals, I buy things.
Tomorrow's the Grammys.
Right.
What should we expect from you and your wife on the pop out? What should we expect? How y'all coming? Just give the people a couple words.
Shit serious.
Oh! That's the 2 words, shit serious. Now I gotta get this last one for the clip.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this is 20 Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Everything on it. The beginning, the middle, the end, every commercial. This is Super Bowl. Buy every ticket. I did the math. Tickets between 3,000 and 5,000 seats. Dollars. Tickets between $3,000 and $5,000 is 71,000 seats. That's 100 and which was that 100? We got 182 million. We buy that whole shit out. Y'all know when I perform at the Super Bowl, I paid for that shit. It ain't up to nobody. It ain't up to nobody to keep Runaway out the Super Bowl. Keep Stronger out the Super Bowl. Keep All of the Lights out the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, let me do a positive affirmation. Runaway is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. All of the Lights is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Last Breath is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Heartless is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Jesus Walks is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Touch the Sky is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Carnival is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Niggas in Paris is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Otis is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome, niggas. Is y'all welcome? Flashing Lights is going to the Super Bowl. Can't Tell Me Nothing is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Homecoming is going to the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Y'all welcome.
Shit, you kidding me.
Niggas got fat.
The GOAT.
Niggas got fat while I was locked up.
Nah, for real. You see, I'm out collecting.
Treat it like a hoe sometimes. She mind, we don't even get along sometimes.
Keep going.
downloads, the first podcast under it. 2 words, shit serious, Peso Pluma pulling up. Bully season right now, we need you on that Bully album.
Light 'em up, beat me up, the only GOAT, the G and swim. They switching sides, I seen it coming, the plot twist, I can feel one.
Let me see what it feel like, anyway. You see, the joints before the joint.
These are
wait real quick, just so we it's the commercial. Super Bowl commercial.
I seen you though, I feel you. I thought you was capping, but I would even say, hey, we say the shower.
That's sad, man. Them bitches ain't day. Oh, you seen that one? You seen that? 2 words, shit serious.
Everybody loves them, but tell me, baby, can you stand the rain?